Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. This one took me quite a while to make. Nothing really went the way I planned, but hey, the video is finally here. It only took me a month. Before the video starts, I got two things to say. There is now a Discord server where you can download schematics of my builds. Yes, the schematics will be free to use for anyone. More about this is of course in the Discord server itself. Link will be in the description and in the pinned comments. And second, we all know the best survival server out there is CoreX, and the applications are open. So if you're interested in joining the server, feel free to apply. Link for that will also be in the description and in the pinned comments. Anyways, this video is quite long, so I don't want to keep the intro very long. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first few days I was farming spruce leaves. It's a bit crazy to look back at this, because when I did this project, it was 5 months ago. Anyways, I needed 280,000 spruce leaves, if I'm right. And yeah, I was farming that for a few days. It's a very repetitive thing to do, and I was slowly losing my mind, but I feel like losing my mind is a common theme, and especially in this video. Next up, I was mending my tools and farming bones. Usually I mend my items at my gold farm, but since I was low on bone meal, I figured to combine the two just to save some time. Once I was done with that, I used the bones to make more bone meal to fuel the wood farm. I wasn't really farming wood, I was actually farming spruce saplings, because breaking the spruce leaves with silk touch obviously only gives you the leaves and not the saplings. So yeah, I had to be a bit creative with farming the spruce leaves, and I think it's somewhat the fastest way of doing it. Of course, it's still time consuming, but hey, if it works, it works. Now, because I used most of my bone meal on the farm, I had to go back to the wither skeleton farm to farm even more bones. Because I ran out of bones and I still didn't have enough saplings to go farm leaves for quite a while. My goal was to farm enough bones and spruce saplings so that I can get the remaining amount of spruce leaves without having to take breaks, other than of course mending my tools. Now that I got more bones, I made sure to get a few more stacks of spruce saplings just to make sure that I have enough. I'm pretty sure by the end of farming all of this, I got plenty saplings left, but hey, I'd rather be safe than sorry. For the next few hours, or well, days, I was farming more spruce leaves. The process of doing this was once again very repetitive and quite boring. I did find a way to be efficient with farming these, or well, I don't know if there is a faster way, but to me this went pretty fast. Though if you watched the 2000 days video, you would know that I already did like a lot of farming back then. So whatever I was farming now was pretty much the remaining 4,000 or something. So of course I was farming the leaves, and then once my tools durability was low, I went to my wither skeleton farm to mend my tools and then also got more bones. But after quite a lot of hours of farming, I finally had all the spruce leaves that I needed. Now before I can start building this huge biome project that I started a decent amount of time ago, I also had to get dark oak wood. I actually almost forgot about that. I needed dark oak slabs, stairs and trapdoors. Which was, if you ask me, really nice to farm. But then again, after hours of farming spruce leaves, I feel like I was just very happy to do anything else but farming leaves. I started farming to finish this project at day 1800-ish. Not exactly, but yeah. But the entire project started around 1560. Still very happy that I can finally go finish this project, of course. Before I start building, I had to get the remaining items I would need, such as lanterns, campfires and andesite walls for the bridges, and chains to hang the lanterns on. And of course I had to mend my tools. It's always nice to have them at full durability. Anyways, let's start building. Okay, so while I was building this project, I got a crazy thing on my mind that I really wanted to do, which looking back at it now, being called somewhat unhinged for doing this seems pretty accurate. Anyways, my plan was to bone meal this entire biome and then replace every flower with a different flower. Like the poppy, I wanted to make the blue, like a light blue flower, and the dandelion, I wanted to make a purple flower. I had to travel quite a while to even find a biome that had the flowers I wanted. But once I found the biome, I basically built a fancy flower farm, and I also built a dirt hut, and at night I would just chill on the dirt huts, and during the days I was chilling on top of it, just waiting for all the flowers. I'm not sure how many choco boxes of purple flowers I got, but I made sure I had enough so I wouldn't have to go back here. On my way to the next spot to farm flowers, I also made sure to explore a lush cave to farm spore blossoms, because I wanted to use the spore blossoms in the biome for the particle effect, to give the idea of falling leaves. As for the light blue flowers, of course I went to a swamp biome. I made this farm under the slime farm because I felt safe there. And basically the same thing as the purple flowers, I was just waiting and chilling until I had plenty of blue flowers. Anyways, it's time for another time lapse. So before I added the leaves to the trees, I decided to first place all the spore blossoms. I only placed them around the path and the ruins, seeing it's the only place you would really be walking, and I also knew I didn't have enough spore blossoms for the entire biome. I didn't even have enough to do everything around the path and the ruins, so it's time to farm some more. I spent a decent amount of time farming spore blossoms in random lush caves. I'm really glad you can easily find these just by finding trees. If that didn't exist, it would have taken me a lot more time to find these caves. Anyways, farming spore blossoms was kind of fun. I don't know why, but it just was. I made sure I had plenty this time. I had like a little over a stack, so that should be enough. I dedicated another full day to placing spore blossoms in the biome, which was pretty fun, I won't even lie. Just casually running around the biome, just blazing spore blossoms wherever I feel like it. It's such a cool vibe already, and it's not even done yet. The next day I was making mud slabs, which is a bit annoying to make, and I was also of course placing mud slabs in the biome. Of course on the path for an easier way up blocks. Mud slabs really fit well with the coarse dirt aesthetic, so I'm glad they added this block into the game. Anyways, yeah, it's time for the leaves. Let's start building.
Queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. Best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing.
So now that the biome project is done, it was time for a new project. This project was on my mind for a long time, but it needed a lot of quartz, ice, amethyst, and snow. For now I started with farming quartz. By the way, if you want to know how long this project was on my mind, this project was on my mind before the end build. Anyway, I used the wood from my wood farm to trade sticks into emeralds, and then I used the emeralds to buy quartz from the villagers. Pretty easy way to get quartz, it's just not very fast. So I also went to the nether to try my luck there. I mined it all with silk touch, so that when I get back to the overworld I can mine it all with the Fortune 3 pickaxe. It's a bit nicer to save inventory space. I had like a lot of ores on me, so I placed them all in my castle and I started mining it. It gave me a decent amount of quartz, but it still wasn't enough. I decided I needed a little break from farming quartz, so it was time to farm some snow. In one of the towers that is directly connected to the castle, I made a little spot for a snowman. And I basically sat there for hours farming snow. At some point I decided to trade with villagers for the diamond shovels, so that I can just use those and let them break, so I don't have to worry about breaking my netherite shovel. With the speed you're doing this, it's very easy to lose track of time and then accidentally breaking a tool. It's not the first time I would break a netherite tool, and also not the last time. Once I had all the snow, I went back to farming quartz. And once again I was using the wood from the wood farm to make sticks, to then trade the sticks for emeralds, to then use the emeralds to buy quartz, and so on. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty boring thing to do, and I also never really liked farming quartz. I also decided to go back into the nether to mine quartz over there as well. Of course, the same tactic as I had when I was farming quartz earlier. Once I had all the quartz I needed, I went to my super smelter and smelted it into smooth quartz. Then I made all the smooth quartz into the stairs, which is also my first time using a stone cutter. No idea why I haven't used it yet, but hey, it's nice. Next on the list was packed ice. I mentioned once or something that I really enjoy farming this block. No idea when I said that, but I remember saying that. Anyways, I went to a frozen ocean and just started breaking the packed ice over there. I was done with farming this material pretty fast. Next on the list was blue ice. Now I learned you can craft blue ice with packed ice, but it would be equally slow as just mining it. So I decided to just find blue ice spots in the frozen ocean and just mine it. It's easier and more fun anyway. This one took me of course longer to farm than the packed ice, but it was fun. And next up is amethyst. I didn't know you can craft amethyst blocks by using shards. I don't know why my brain thought that it wasn't possible, but yeah, I basically mined everything. And I also needed amethyst clusters, and then also the smaller versions of that. So I just basically AFK here, just waiting for these things to grow. Sometimes when breaking clusters, I also broke one of those blocks where these things grow from, and I don't know, that feels pretty painful to do. It's like breaking glass without silk touch. For the next few days, I was just farming some other items I needed, such as ant rods. For that, I had to go into the end to get some of that chorus fruit. I also made sure to get some of those chorus flowers, so I can just soon farm them in the overworld. I think that's what they're called, by the way. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Another thing I also needed was powdered snow. I had to travel somewhat far for that, but once I finally got that, I started building the new storage. Oh yeah, by the way, I broke a netherite pickaxe while doing that, so yay me. That's the third netherite pickaxe I broke.
You and me stuck on the ocean now. Nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up, but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here. All my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. we don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have. Yesterday we could be ourselves. Didn't have much, but nevertheless, we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have. I always knew we could do so many great things, so believe in me, I believe in you, and I just feel that this will be an upswing, so hear me out. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, all the way back home. Keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. Got me stone cold. No Wizard of Oz can
do what I've done, completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here. So come home, why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. Got me stone cold.
Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away. Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take it right, we can take it slow. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss. 'Cause I'll go where you go. I'll take you to a place we can see it all. Step off the edge, I can break your fall. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss. 'Cause I'll go where you go. When you fall down, I'll get you back up again. The things you try are things that you won't regret. We are kings of the world, and tonight is our day
playground. We are kings of the world. And anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. And tonight it's our playground. We are kings of the world. And anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. Follow me away, 'cause we can't stay here. Let yourself go, you got nothing to fear. You'll never be alone, let the highway be your home. 'Cause I'll go where you go. When you fall down, I'll get you back up again. The things you try are things that you won't regret. We are kings of the world, and tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world, and anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. And tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world. And anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world.
I really love this storage. It's like somewhat unique, maybe not great to walk around in if you need to find your items, but at least it's pretty. Anyways, I still needed to add the redstone system behind it, or well, the sorting system. And for that I needed redstone. And no, I don't have much redstone. I did mine a decent amount of redstone when I was of course mining out this space for this storage, but the amount of redstone I got from that was nowhere near enough. So I decided to trade villages for emeralds and then use those emeralds to buy redstone from clerics. That of course didn't really go fast, so next to trading I was also mining. I feel like any other day you find plenty of redstone and you're sick and tired of it, but when you actually need it, it's annoying to find. But once I got the amount I needed, I made all the needed materials for the sorter. I mainly needed repeaters and comparators, and then of course the redstone dust itself. Another problem is hoppers, but we will get into that a bit later. I also spent some time farming carrots and potatoes to give to the villagers. I have a automatic carrot and potato farm in the storage and I need villagers for that. So I spent some time farming to feed the villagers to get more villagers. During the days I was just farming and then during the nights I gave them food. And then I was just either AFK or I was digging a tunnel towards the storage. Just for like an easy way to get the villagers into the storage. Next up was farming the iron for 4,000 hoppers I needed. Yes, 4,000. I had a lot of raw iron laying around. Of course, most of that came from mining out the storage, but the amount I got from mining that with Fortune 3 was nowhere near enough. I was kinda having this battle with myself of needing a better iron farm, but also not wanting to work with villagers. So at first I was just trying to see how far I would come with just being AFK at my current iron farm, and as expected, of course, not enough. Also, I gotta add, this iron farm was running the entire time when I was building the biome, so yes, I have a lot of iron blocks laying around, but when I checked, it still wasn't enough. So it was time to start farming materials for a new iron farm. I finally convinced myself to start building a better one. The link to this iron farm will be in the description. You have like 3 versions of this farm. I went with the middle one. For the giant one you would need a perimeter, and honestly, I ain't doing that. Still, this farm is great. Most of the materials for this farm I had already laying around. The main struggle was the amount of villagers I would need. If I'm right, I needed 84 villagers. And I also needed pillagers. Trust me, getting all these villagers was a struggle. Even when building the farm I was still trying to get more villagers. But yeah, During the nights I was just chilling with the villagers, and during the days I was farming crimson wood to make crimson gates. I slowly kidnapped 4 pillagers and sat in a boat with all 4 of them for quite a while just to make sure that crossbows would break. It was boring, but at least it wasn't lonely, even though I was sharing a boat with a hostile dudes, but hey, it is what it is. Once I got everything, I started building the iron farm.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning
Now that the farm is done, all I needed to do was chill here and wait for all the iron. This farm is pretty cool. It's like literally raining iron golems. I think I was only here for an hour. It made so much iron. Now it's time to craft all the hoppers. I went to my wood farm since most of my wood is stored there anyway. I placed down all the chests and crafting tables and started crafting all the hoppers. Once I had all the hoppers, I started building the outer sorter. I also moved the villagers into the farms and I moved the super smelter into the storage.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the As I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the worst in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me.
Now that the storage is done, I had to clean up all the shulker boxes and of course the beacon. Moving all the shulker boxes still somewhat took a decent amount of time, and after removing the beacon, this place truly looks amazing. For the next few days I started filling the system with filter items. I did a big part of this on stream. Also for the redstone nerds here, yes, I am very aware that the sorting system is wrong. And it took me really long to even realize it. I was just so confused, but eventually I figured out what the problem was, and so I started fixing it. This replay and the replay for another thing both got lost somehow, so that's a bit annoying. Right, these 2 days I was farming items for a blaze farm. Now I quickly want to mention that from this point on I'm working on a new project that didn't get a separate video yet, so technically everything from here on holds spoilers for like a project that I'm currently working on. So I'm gonna try to share as less of my thoughts as possible. Anyways, yeah, I was gathering all the needed materials for this small blaze farm. I also got some fire resistant potions that were somewhat useful for building this. By the way, this is the other replay that got lost, but don't worry, it's one of those easy spawner farms. Still, of course, the link to that will be in the description. Now that the blaze farm is done, I spent hours on farming blaze rods. I shared in my community tab how much blaze rods I need, or well, end rods, but for that I would need blaze rods, and I need a lot. I already lost my mind after doing this for a few hours, and I wasn't even close to being done. For this project I once again needed a lot of shulker boxes, so I decided to go to the end to AFK at my shulker farm for a pretty long time, just to get plenty of shulker shells to avoid having to go AFK anytime soon. And at the end of this little AFK session, I had plenty of shulker shells for now and even future projects. I highly doubt I would need more for the next few thousand days, but of course you never know. Now that I got all those shells, it was time to go back to the blaze farm to farm some more blaze rods. There isn't much I can say about this. I mean, at some point I started watching House of the Dragon, just to kill time. And once I finished that, I started watching this Genshin Impact Spells Only series from Java the Cup. It's pretty fun, to be fair. Anyways, I was convinced that if I would need to get all the blaze rods by using this farm only, I would have to be here for another 100 hours, if not more. So I started farming materials for a new farm. Now I don't want to say a lot about this, but yeah, I needed a lot of glass, so I got that first. I also needed a lot of nether bricks, a bit annoying to farm, but it's not that bad, I guess. I also needed a lot of obsidian, but I have plenty laying around my base, since, well, I I mined those obsidian pillars in the end. And I also needed a few random smaller items, most of the materials I already had laying around. So it's time to build this farm and then also break it again, because it didn't work.
You and me stuck on the ocean now. Nothing but waves in this filling in. I wanna dry up, but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here. All my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not. Yesterday we could be ourselves. Didn't have much, but nevertheless, we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not. I always knew we could do so many great things. So believe in me, I believe in you, and I just feel that this will be an upswing. So hear me out. I know we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that.
So since this farm didn't work, honestly I feel like I was just stupid, that's why it didn't work, but yeah. Since that didn't work, I had to go find a different farm. I found another blaze farm somewhere online. I'm gonna try to find it again so I can link it in the description, but yeah, it's a pretty cool farm. It works pretty well. For this I mainly needed glass, nether bricks, obviously, and a decent amount of dispensers and observers. Let's also of course not forget the building blocks, but yeah, it's a pretty simple thing to farm. I first got the glass, then I got the nether bricks, which were once again a bit annoying to get. I also needed oak trapdoors, so I went to my wood farm to farm oak there. To be fair, I think the oak trees broke this farm, but that's a problem for later. I guess I'll fix that eventually. And then next I got dispensers and observers. I also needed a lot of lava for this, but since I have to drain a part of the lava lake for this farm, I decided to get the lava from there. I got some extra sand to make the walls for this little lava draining session. And I also had some leftover fire resistant potions, which really came in handy for this. Anyways, let's start building and then also go straight into spawn proving.
But you keep on telling lies. is how we stay alive. So you know that I don't mind about what is wrong and what is right. We keep moving in different rhythms. Still I know what you feel. We keep moving in different rhythms. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds. Oh, oh, oh. Two different minds. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds.
You know just what to say to make it all okay. 'Cause I am too blind to see when you're in front of me. We keep moving in different rhythms. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds. Oh, oh, oh. Two different minds.
We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide.
Two different minds.
We're not the ones who hide.
Two different minds telling lies.
That's how we stay alive.
Like I said, I won't share a lot about this since there's still gonna be a video for this, but basically these few days it was just a little test run. And though the farm works well, it worked almost the same as the old Blaze farm. Not because this farm was bad, but because I got lazy with spawn proving. And this proved to me that I had to go back to spawn proving and stop being lazy, so back to spawn proving we go. Now this is a crazy time jump for this really small section of the video, but basically I spent hours, days, weeks farming blazes, just killing them. I got quite a lot of blaze rods. I'm maybe halfway done with farming this, but yeah, I felt like I went insane. To be fair, it felt like that the moment I was spawn proving. But yeah, that's that. I didn't want to hit 3000 days here in the nether killing blazes, so I decided to go back to the overworld for now. I needed a break anyway. I decided to add some more houses to the little town in front of the castle. I feel like this is a town that got pretty much forgotten, and it deserves some love, so let's start building.
Hit me like a ton of bricks. Doesn't matter weak or strong. Take your time and do your tricks. All I do is sing along. Yeah, I need you along. For brighter light and firmer ground.
So of course now I made the houses, it's also time to start giving them interior. Would be nice of course. If I don't do it now, it's gonna take me another 1000 days to actually do it. Like the last time. Actually, the last time it didn't even take me 1000 days, it almost took me 2000 days. Anyways, I didn't have a lot of bookshelves to do the interior, so it didn't go great, but it still looks good, so I can't complain. And yes, even the windmill got interior. For the remaining days, I decided to go clean up the choker monster in my castle. I have so much stuff laying around, it's a mess. I was mainly just running around, moving things from a choker box to a chest or another choker box. The small auto sorter in my castle doesn't work anymore. To be fair, when did I actually use it? That's right, almost never. Don't worry, I will start using the new storage very soon. I was waiting for the new updates before I started moving. And this new update is also why this armor bar above my hotbar doesn't work anymore. And mods aren't really that great at this time of recording. On day 3000, I basically made myself ready for the next few 1000 days. I made more golden carrots, I made more rockets, and of course I cleaned up a little more. And like every other big milestone, I watched the sun go down. Cheers to another 1000 days.